Hey guys, welcome back to some more Let's Stream Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword with your host, as always, Mah-Dry-Bread. Where we left off, we had basically lost the whole Kamar game that we had going, so we started another one, another random. We're given England, and we're Queen Victoria, who's a powerful financial and imperialistic leader. So we did a very early land grab and expand, and we have some good financial plots like over here. Floodplains are always great for financial leaders. And this can still grow a little bit more, actually. So we're probably I'm sure we have the technology lead over the rest of everyone we've met. Oh, actually, China's being pretty competitive with technology. Unfortunately, the only... we need to get those horses. Yeah, the only military resource we have are horses. So we don't have any bronze, we don't have any iron. So we really don't want a war right now. I would like to get ready for a war, though, because imperialistic is mostly a military trait. So we're going to be taking hereditary rule, that'll help with happiness. Also, we want horseback riding. Considering we have horses, it's basically the only military kind of thing we have, so... Also, I want to start getting theaters everywhere to make sure that our culture is always competitive. And we are not in any war right now. No, you're... Okay, go down there. I thought that one was already done.
If you speak the truth,
okay, we got horseback riding, nice and quick. Also, we can get towards monotheism just so we have the ability to get organized religion. And we might as well get back to chopping then, with our leftover workers. Also, we need more explorers. We haven't mapped out the entire continent yet, and we don't know paper, so we can't just trade maps. You know what, that's a decent deal. I'll do that.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods and the race of men who walk.
And we need to start getting stables so we can make the most of what we have. Also, a trireme would be good. I want to start scouting the coast better.
To both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world.
Code of laws, I'll do it just because Babylon's very big and powerful. And it's time to go around and start telling people not to limit their growth so much. Now that we have hereditary rule, they're quite a bit happier and can expand more.
I am the Lord thy God,
and
thou shalt have no other gods before me.
I don't think I want organized religion just yet. However, mathematics would be nice. I think I'd rather have feudalism first, so that I can get out longbowmen to ensure that a war doesn't come too quickly. Also, want to really start spreading Taoism. So, we'll have a city start getting missionaries for them. And you don't yet have a theater to get your culture going. Also, don't you have a jungle here? Yeah, I need to chop the jungle. Now, this is going to be a science place up there, so I want my great engineer up there so I can get a science wonder. Also, we need a workboat up there, too. We now have horses, which is very good. And do we have anything like a great library we could be making? No. Forget what tech you get that at, but I'll have him wait for now. Man, chat's quiet today. Theater, then we'll get a lighthouse after. This will get us a bit more healthiness. And I'm gonna have that trireme be a scouting one. Oh, come on, we lost our workboat already? At least it only takes one turn to make, but still. Okay, so we have horses now. We can get horse archers. I need a courthouse there. I can't believe I don't already have one there. And you can get rid of that galley. Workboat done. Get back on... Did we... Oh, we already finished. Okay, yeah. Got a temple then. More happiness is always good, and it helps with culture a little bit as well. I can also get a priest there if I'd like, but I don't really need that right now. And not many panels left to work for the capital. Although, we are starting to really get that trireme pretty powerful. Could be useful for a future war. I just lost an explorer to a barbarian archer. That sucks. Really unlucky, too. Barbarian archers are not that strong compared to explorers. Not that explorers are exactly powerhouses. And we're doing a pretty good job of spreading Taoism right now.
I will to my lord be true and faithful, and love all which he
serfdom
loves,
I would very
and
much
shun
like, but
all which he shuns.
well, that would hurt our... Do I really want that right now? I'll give it a minute and check. Also, theology... Actually, before I get theology, I do want to get literature. Actually, mathematics would... there's so much I need right now. That... Just queuing up a few things here. Okay, there we go. Queued up a bunch of technology. We're gonna keep on shopping with these workers. And the cities are a little bit more healthy now that we have more variety of food. I don't expect there to be a ton of people for this stream, mostly because it's school and work hours for most people. But I thought I'd do something special because it's we're currently doing the special, you know, the Creepypasta special. So I want to do some more games, make sure that's uploaded on the channel, so the people who just want to come and watch games, it's there for them. I'm not too hot on giving the Vikings a compass because they're all with the nautical stuff, but I'll do it. As you can see from me getting stables and stuff, I'm keeping the economy strong, but I'm gearing up for a war. Mysticism? You're willing to give me gold for mysticism? Wow.
Everything is worth...
I could get mysticism, like, in one turn, if I wanted to. I already have mysticism. Wow. Well, we can make longbowmen now, so we start producing those to defend ourselves. Also, we need to start shopping near the river here. I think we already have corn. I think. Oh, there's wheat up there. Okay, so there are a few natural resources we can start connecting. Also, I want to get that wine, because that'll make the people even more happy. 9 p.m. for Finland. Yeah, I feel sorry for my farther eastern viewers, because they don't often catch my stuff. Well, not the live streams, at least. Yeah, more food is good for you because you're a low food area. And yeah, I want this to be another financial place, because they already have a ton of food at this plot. What with the 2 corn and all.
We should arrive at certainty without doubt, and truth without error. It behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge.
Our science rate is fantastic. Okay, you're all taken care of with your cottages and stuff. It's time to keep the guys moving. Hammurabi and Ragnar finished their war. I'm not super happy about that, because it means that they might turn their attention on me, considering I'm probably a pretty low power score. Lowest? Yeah. And everyone else is pretty well equal. Looks like we've mapped out the majority of the continent. I want to get more corn connected so I have more things to trade.
And on the pedestal, these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look
There
on my
isn't
works, ye
much
mighty, and
on this
despair.
plot. Either, well, there's gold there, so I'm gonna make this financial, I guess. We're gonna have a lot of financial places. A lot of people playing Borderlands 2 today because Krieg came out. I know that's what a lot of my friends are doing right now. Gotta make sure we're well defended. Longbowmen are hard to beat at this stage of the game. So, we want to have at least 3 in every city. Also, we're gonna have to get rid of that galley over there. I need to have someone on sea patrol. So you're already done making your 3. That's good. Get back on spreading Taoism. Now, what is the size here? Yeah, we have by far the least cities of anyone on our continent. Really want to get my religion spreading around. It's just I don't want to switch right now because China has the same religion as me. They made Confucianism.
The bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding
Yeah, right now we're all about economy, so we're gonna go bureaucracy. I'll probably switch that out whenever we want a war. We don't yet have a barracks. We need a barracks there. Oops, I don't think we have calendar yet.
Reporting for duty.
There. Yeah, I don't have calendar yet. That was a wasted move.
Your orders.
Wow, made those fast. Well, money's always important. Healthiness is starting to become a bit of an issue. Now, you don't work that panel, do you? No. So that's your only seaside panel. Why is York's production slowing down so much? It used to be great. I guess it's working less elephant tiles. Yeah, it's probably favoring gold now. Well, that's fine with me, actually. I'm thinking of rushing towards gunpowder after I'm done the tech I have queued up right now. I want to rush for gunpowder and start getting ready for kind of a Renaissance war. Which we should have right after optics. We can start going for what we want. Oh, Babylon lost a city to barbarians? Wow. And Ragnar and Hammurabi are at war again. Okay, you definitely need an aqueduct. Aesthetics? Sure.
One doesn't discover new land.
Literature,
without
it only takes
losing
one
sight
turn
of
and
the
it's a good
shore.
one. I do want to get National Epic. Currency for calendar? Yeah, I could actually use a calendar right
Some
now.
books are to be tasted,
Right.
others to be swallowed.
Let's
and
do
some
it. Go for
few to be
gunpowder,
chewed
then get
and digested.
education. Then we're gonna start really getting into our military.
For
You know what?
everything,
I
there is
don't
a
want you
season
making
and
longbowmen
a
because you make it
time
so
for
slowly.
every
I'll have a
purpose
higher
under
production
the
place do that instead. Instead, you need an aqueduct. Because your healthiness is an issue because you live on a floodplain. Aqueduct finished. Good. You need 3 more longbowmen. And do we already have all that worked? Yeah, pretty much. Go get that wheat. And what's our power score looking like now? It's climbing up. It's getting pretty close to theirs, and ours is almost purely defensive. Get another trireme, and then we can start moving out into the sea. Yeah, I want those bananas faster. It'll help with the unhealthiness. Also, I believe once we get, I think it is grocers, it'll help with healthiness even more. So this is pretty high food, actually. But I want it more for financial reasons, though, so no national epic there. Instead, I'll take a Taoist temple. Get farming that.
People of the same trade seldom meet
Make
together,
7
even for
libraries and get a
merriment
bonus.
diversion.
Yeah, I don't have 7
The
cities.
conversation ends in a conspiracy against the public.
Yeah, chat's filling up slowly to... Oh, wow, we just doubled viewers, like, in a glance. That was weird. Yeah, I don't usually get many viewers when I stream on a weekday during kind of work and school hours, so this is kind of to be expected. I pretty much just need my workers down at the South City now, and then I can still start building roads into, you know, China and Babylon for future wars to speed things up a bit. You love Civ 4? That's good. I love Civ 4 as well. It's my favorite Civ. I cannot afford a war right now, Ragnar, or else I would totally side with you over him. I'd rather side with the underdog in this fight, because I feel like I could take either one if I really start pumping into military, and I'd rather keep the weaker one weak. So we do have bananas, so the grocer is probably a good idea right now, especially because we aren't ready to gear up for war just yet. We've almost got gunpowder. Then we'll be gearing up for war. We've been off to a very powerful financial start in this game. We've been given pretty good plots of land for a financial leader, but I don't want to waste that imperialistic trait and not go to war. Don't want to fuck with China, though, because China absolutely loves me. You want me to cancel deals with Babylon. You know what, I'll do that entirely because you're my friend and because Babylon is the one I want to attack, so. You have iron. Now, what can... what do you want for it? You're not willing to give me any iron. See, that pisses me off, because I'm allies with them, and I really need iron for my military. Like, even once you have gunpowder, not having iron can really spurn you. You need iron for cannons, and cannons are very powerful for sieging. So, it sucks. Also, get a new workboat, because that was, Barbarian raided that. Okay, yeah, connect the wheat. And we really need to chop down this jungle, because it is awful. Crippling my growth in this city. Oh, Hammurabi actually lost a city there. Oh, come on! I had a 9% chance of losing and I lose. Damn it! I really, really want to make a caravel, but I've got to clear this area first. Okay. Okay, we're in the Renaissance, we have invented gunpowder, and I'm 99% sure we're the first ones to do that. Okay, start training up some musketmen. Musketmen are not great units by any means. They're powerful, but they have no bonuses by default. Other than, of course, what they get by promotion. So they're by no means a great unit, but they are better than what we have right now at just about everything except for not as good as a longbowman at defending a city. Until they've gotten promotions.
I cannot live without books.
Okay, we've got paper, we've scouted the whole map. Or not the whole map, but the entire continent. Aqueduct is finished here, which is good because you're having your own little issues. More healthiness is a good idea because you're going to keep growing for a long-ass time. In fact, you can go over there and connect to that road with China. And Nottingham is really starting to grow now that we're chopping down the jungle. The jungle's really hurting the food here. Finally, we can get the caravel out and start exploring land. Okay, you can go up there. We have that workboat in the city, who can go get the clams back for the sake of healthiness. We want to start getting drill promotions for these musketmen that we're training. I can't wait for the day that we get emancipation and we can grow these cities faster. Yeah, I've got the money to spare. In fact, I can crank this up to full if I want. And that will shave off a turn, so you know what? I'm gonna do it. I can actually pay to upgrade him. It's only 50? No, I need you for Sea Patrol. Okay, we have that road connected. And I'm gonna put one right there, too. We have almost all of our tiles worked that our cities are currently able to work, so that's good. Okay, I'll put you on auto, because apparently I already have something there. I thought they raided that, but whatever. Just heard some gunshot. I'm guessing that's the war to the south. Right, keep with the drill promotion. It's a very powerful promotion. And money's running a little low, so we're gonna actually slow down the science rate a little, but our science rate is still quite powerful. Okay, that road is connecting. We don't really have much of a use for workers right now, unless we were to make a city appear, which I don't know why we haven't gotten around to yet. I know that was the intention for quite a while. In fact, you are going to get not a worker. We're gonna get on that now. We really should have done that before. I kind of shat the bed on that one. Hey, Scottish Lewis. Almost have education, and that'll keep us occupied for a little while. Okay, we have a caravel now to start exploring the ocean, so we can find civilizations on another continent. Which is long overdue.
There is no wealth like
Also,
knowledge.
liberalism.
No
We're probably going to be the first ones to get it, which means a free technology. Yeah, we're pretty much eclipsing everyone else in technology. They ended their war again. Settlers done, and I want the city to be right... Whew. There are actually quite a few good spots for a city right here. I do one right here. And that would get the fish. That'd get... But if I were to be over here, it'd be better for finances. For here. Still need to grab that silk, it's just out of our borders. If I were to put it right here, it'd be waterborne so I can get the lighthouse. A lot of money because financial. It's the bronze, there's a... I'll put it right there. In fact... I'm going to start moving all my workers up there so I can get that place up and running very quickly. I'll keep like a one worker around to keep chopping the jungle because I want it gone. Alright, time to start mass building the universities. Okay, this is gonna be fairly low food there, other than waterborne, so... I don't expect a huge population. University there is just not worth it right now. There isn't much this city is for either than just making money, so... I guess I'll just have it spread culture more. We're gonna take science down a little bit more. Actually, can I shave a turn off? No. Okay, I'll take science down a bit more and get back into profits. There we go. And we can go ahead and get you a forge as soon as possible. Keep shopping that. Okay, get the quarry back up and running. We need marble, and we can get the bronze, which will help, but we still don't have access to iron. Got the free technology. Now, what would take us the printing press? It might not even take us the longest, I'm not sure. Astronomy would take longer, but the printing press is more useful to us. We're a financial leader, we have tons of towns and villages. We need that immediately. It'll also lead us into more military-related things. We can switch from bureaucracy to free speech, because that will increase the profit from towns as well. And free religion, because we don't have any other religious-based things anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that. Banking, I don't really need mercantilism right now. So let's look at the list again. Replaceable parts is nice and leads to nice things. Rifling will get us our red coats, so we're actually going to rush that. Red coats are is England's unique unit. It is quite powerful. I believe it has an extra bonus to other mounted units, which is good, because cavalry is one of the more powerful things in the Renaissance that can really stand up to riflemen. I remember they actually got nerfed in a patch earlier in the game, but this game hasn't been patched in a long-ass time. You know, because 5th one is out and whatnot. And I'm going to go down here, put another cottage down there. I might actually replace those two with, just because production is so bad in the city, I might actually go for workshops, but usually I don't like to make workshops.
Establishments are more dangerous than standing armies.
And we definitely need a university on the floodplain city. Oh, we met Rome, which is across the ocean. They probably conquered most of their place. Theology for civil service? Fuck you. Got the grocer done. Universities. And I want to connect those beaver pelts to the rest of the empire. We make the stock exchange. I forgot about that. Stock exchange, incredibly powerful, unique building that England has. Instead of banks, they have stock exchange. Gives you an extra 15% more income than the normal bank would do. I forgot. I should have rushed that, actually. It's very powerful. Okay, so we have new military available to us now that we have bronze connected. It's not a huge deal anymore. Bronze is more of a big deal in pretty much up until late medieval is when it's a big deal. Now it's just kind of eh. Oh, yeah, we can afford to up the science rate a bit more. I notice we're getting our land scattered a lot, and it's... oops. China's power is incredible right now. I don't think they're gearing up to war with me, though, because they still... well, they don't like me as much now that I'm a different religion. Now that I'm... well, I'm not a different religion, I'm free religion. So they might actually declare war on me just because they decide I have a lot of good land and I'm not very well defended. My defending units are very powerful, but I don't have many compared to their army of Chokonu, which is their unique crossbowmen.
The whole is more than the sum of its parts.
Increases production out of watermills and windmills, which means I will be replacing some mines with windmills soon. Although we don't have... I could replace those and make that, like, pure gold output city. It's an idea. Windmills are very powerful by the end of the game if you have the right, civics for it. Yeah, I'm the least powerful in the game right now. My power score is the lowest. Engineering for philosophy? Deal. Although I could get engineering very quickly. It does lead me to... it leads me to chemistry, which I want to get as soon as possible. Which reminds me, I still have that... can I... still no science civics, or science wonders I need. Because I still have that great engineer laying around. Good, keep chopping. Macemen we can start making now, although they're kind of out of date now that gunpowder is a thing. Spearmen are incredibly out of date. Yeah. You need an aqueduct. Help with your whole food situation. Also, it's time to build a few workshops around here so they have some food. Or some production, rather, because their production's pretty abysmal in the city. Now, I could build lumber mills, but they're kinda eh. I do need another production city, though, and lumber mills would be good for that. The city doesn't really have much food, though, is the problem. It doesn't have access to fresh water, either. And not many hills for making into windmills so that I can get some food. So all around, it's not a great city either than just for connecting those resources. Alright, we've got rifling. It's time to start really producing the military.
Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun.
Also, we need economics. Sure, want to stay on your good side. No. Don't want to declare war on them yet. Aqueduct is done, which helps a lot with their food. Stock exchange would do almost nothing here. Not that they aren't working very many panels to give them money, but... yeah, you need to start getting redcoats, but your production is abysmal. It's gonna get better soon, though. Well, get on making redcoats. I want to start teching towards things like cannons, too. That helps with the money quite a bit. Get redcoats.
Compound interest is the
And
most
yes, I'd very
powerful
much
force
like
in the
free
universe.
market. I also want... no, it's too late in the game to really be worth switching to vassalage. We'll just take free market. It's a straight upgrade from what we had. Now, chemistry gives us +1 to workshops, okay. Just double checking. So we'll have more production coming out. Also, we're gonna have you wait a turn, and I think I will be using him to just bulb nationalism, because that also leads to things we need. Can have you help with that. Hey, Mr. Turok. Open borders? Sure. You're all the way across the continent, though. Customs houses would be a very good idea, although I need to gear up for military right now. I don't want to leave that for too long. So, we need to keep making English redcoats. A little bit worried that China's gearing up for a war with me. Not totally sure if they are or not yet. 2 turns and we'll have chemistry. Chemistry is going to make these workshops a lot better. Extra production on each one. I don't think we're caste system anymore, unfortunately, because caste system would also make them better. Might as well not make redcoats there, although we need a coliseum there. When did a spy get that gold? We need to get that gold mine up and running again. That's pretty important. Civil service for theology? Sure. Hi, Greece.
Chemistry means the difference between poverty and starvation.
And we can get nationalism because we've bulbed it, so we're almost there.
Two loves, the earthly by the love of self, the heavenly by the love of God.
Alright, we're doing good, actually. More production is still nice, though. At least those workshops are worth a lot more, so Nottingham finally has good production. You can keep exploring, I don't really need you.
A man does not have himself killed for a halfpence a day, or for a petty distinction.
I could use it. I could just instantly build the Taj Mahal if I wanted.
In order to electrify him.
I don't need nationhood right now. Actually, what I could do, that'd be really powerful. Now, was it communism that gives me the Kremlin? Yeah. We're gonna rush towards communism. I'm going to build the Kremlin and go pure finances, and that will fund us a crazy powerful war. Although, military service is also really close. We can get grenadiers. And military academy, which we need because we're imperialistic, so we'll take that. Then we need the Kremlin. And then we need universal suffrage, which we get from democracy. Okay. Now that we're actually getting redcoats, no one's gonna want to fuck with us. Redcoats are powerful. Open borders, sure. Harvard, yes. I have another great engineer, Archimedes. And we can get that silk, too. I forgot about that. Printing press, sure. Is getting to be a little bit of an old technology.
What do you need?
Could I actually bulb one of you to get something I want? Steam power? Nah. I don't need to bulb steam power right now. Sistine Chapel was built far away. I'm a little bit iffy on if we're going to win this one. I've got to say, it's not doing fantastic exactly.
I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy.
No. I don't know what happened then there, but Babylon's score went down a lot. China, talk to me. I like you. Do you have anything to trade? I was hoping you'd have, like, some food tech I didn't have. Yeah, never mind. Rome, you've got a massive score. Give me fish for, ivory. Deal? Yeah, there we go. Harbor is done. They need a lighthouse because food's an issue up there. Yeah, I would rather more culture.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has
All right.
intended us to forego
Proper roads now. Sure, you can have education, Rome. Rome must have had a really militaristic game. They have a lot of cities and a massive score. Babylon's doing horrible. I think Babylon's almost dead. They've only got like 3 cities. They just have big culture. In fact, they're vassals of the Viking Empire now. Okay, so if I declare war on one, I declare war on the others. I don't know how ready I am for war then. There are 2 other continents. Looks like Rome has their own continent. I don't know how well we're gonna do, actually. This is looking to be a pretty iffy game. Red coat done, good. Yeah, my red coats are still what I should be making. In fact, make a ton of them. And make a road to there for future. Also, I want power score. Our power score is still quite low. Yeah, you know, we had a great scientific start. I don't think we're going to be able to do a military victory. I think we're going to have to go for science or culture. But that might be hard considering how much bigger the other countries are than us. They have the advantage of having more cities. But we're still pretty much eclipsing everyone in science.
When I give food to the
Good,
poor,
we have
they call me
communism.
a saint.
Now we
When I
can
ask
switch to
why the
state
poor
property
have
if
no
we
food,
want, and that
they
would
call
help
me
a
a
lot
communist.
with food and production. And in fact, state property is pretty powerful. It would hurt our science though because we have less income because less trade routes. I think we'll stick with free market for now. Also, where do we make the most espionage out of? We make almost no espionage. Most out of here? Okay. Build Scotland Yard there. I don't need a great spy right now. You're almost done your stock exchange, then you can do the Kremlin. World map, sure. Ooh, there's oil up there. Okay, you don't have a university yet. It's finally getting to the point where one might help you. Man, our science rate is fantastic for this point in the game. I might just put you on an automated trade network for now, because there's not a whole lot we can do anymore, either than just road. So until I have them, until I have a specific need for them, I'm just gonna have them run around and build roads.
Taken, imprisoned, or in any other way destroyed,
I like how just
except
now
by
we can
the
get
lawful
representation.
judgment of his people.
It would help, yeah, but we don't desperately need it, so I'm not gonna bother with that right now.
Astronomy compels the soul to
Really should have gotten astronomy a while ago because observatories will help us with the scientific lead. Kremlin is going good. Hurry the production of that. Saved us 29 turns and guaranteed we get the Kremlin, no one else. Yes, I recognize your name. Alright, got the Kremlin, which will get us great spies over time. Also one observatory there. It also, its ability, is to hurry production with universal suffrage. Costs 33% less. So, 1/3 less of the price, which is very powerful, because we're going to be using that a lot. We're going to be really using our financial lead for as much as we can. So we almost have democracy, and democracy will get us what we need. You assholes! Invasive building, Jesus, China. Fuck, I was gonna take that. Gunpowder for Divine Right? No. Divine Right sucks. In fact, I'm gonna take,
All present and accounted for.
3 of you to go defend that city. I want to make sure there's no super weak link city. I like to think I'm awesome.
It has been said.
At this
that
game, I'm
democracy
adequate.
is the worst form of
Alright, I
government,
still have caste
except
system.
all the
Yeah,
others
we need
that have been
emancipation.
tried.
And we can also switch to universal suffrage, which will make more production out of our towns, which we have a lot of, and we can start spending gold to finish production. We can rush production with gold, and that's where we get our bonus from with the Kremlin. Let's get corporations so we have more trade routes, which means more money and also means more science. Why do they keep trying to trade me Divine Right? Why would I want that? It is such a useless technology at this point in the game. I don't want it. It doesn't even lead to anything, so I don't need it. Customs house is good. I also need a courthouse there. Civil unrest near Hastings. Why are you so unhappy all of a sudden? Global theater. The fuck? Or Globe Theater, rather. I don't know what's exactly is making them so unhappy. But it's kind of starving them. Well, they're gonna have to starve a little bit. I'm not going to be able to instantly build them what they need. You're willing to give me a lot of money for that, so I'm gonna say yes.
I am.
Did a spy seriously destroy my entire town over there? Wow.
Ready for action.
You, get over there and rebuild that. That's a lot of wasted money. Damn it.
Corporation. Noun. An ingenious device for obtaining
totally spelt my name
operating
wrong.
without individual responsibility.
Yeah, we need, no, you know what, we don't actually need biology. Well, you can build farms without irrigation is nice, but we don't really need that right now. I think steam power is a better idea right now. Also, a market, because it makes people a little bit more happy, and more money is always nice. Okay, rebuilt a cottage, and one day it'll be a town again. At least I have emancipation so they grow at double the speed, but still sucks. Observatory done. Good. More science is exactly what we need. We need to stay ahead in science. It's our one great lead. Look at this! There's no technology anyone else has that we don't already have right now. And they want everything we've got. Every technology here that says want, that's the technology we have that they don't. We are eclipsing the rest of the world in technology. Now, if we were to completely pull funding from science, we would get nothing done because all of we're a financial economy. However, we would get a lot of money out of it. So we can do that for a few turns in the future for the sake of rushing the hell out of our production. So if need be, we can afford to do that. University done, get an observatory. Gotta keep that scientific edge. Also, we need oil, so once we get combustion, we're going to actually raise that whole town, which sucks because it's worth a lot of money to us, but it'll be worth it for the oil. Our power rating's probably decent now. Not really. Our power rating's getting better since we have so many red coats and they're pretty powerful. Then we're so ahead in technology that they're just starting to catch up to our military tech. And we've been neglecting military tech for a while in favor of keeping the economy stronger. You can go ahead and actually get intelligence agency, because I want to get the... There we go. That's growing, that's growing, that's growing. Good. I really need to get...
You would
Why am I
make a
blanking?
ship sail against the winds and currents by
Why
lighting
am I
a
blanking?
bonfire
Assembly
under
line.
her deck.
Need to
I
get
have
science
no time
high.
for
I don't remember what I was saying. I already blanked on that. If I'm first guy to get physics, I get a free great scientist, and I'm for sure going to be the first guy for civics, so... Or for physics, so... Get physics, go for combustion, which will get us railroads, which is also nice. Refrigeration would get us the supermarket. Fascism would get us a free great general, though we don't really need that. And then from there, the next thing we really need to focus on would just be superconductors, I think. We need, well, broadcast tower, too. Superconductors would get us laboratories, though. Our tech is so far ahead of everyone else. It is phenomenal. Now, what would get us the industrial park? That'd be industrialism. Rocketry would there. Then we can get mass media, superconductors, and from there, we'll do it manual. Oh yeah, we can get a lot of production ahead of that now, which we desperately need. Especially in that city, because the production there is not fantastic. Although, production there is helped a lot by having universal suffrage. So we're going to rush that with finances. Anything else we really need to rush? Science-related things. So let's rush both observatories, and that basically spent all of our money, rushing 3 buildings. And when you rush it like that, that means you get the building the next turn. It's fantastic. Also, Statue of Liberty would be amazing. All of our cities would get a free specialist. And it helps for great merchant points, which is always nice. You can get the production stuff first, though. Everyone who can get that building should. Don't really need stock exchange there right now. It would not hurt to get an intelligence agency, though, or a security bureau, because they both help with espionage and help against enemy spies. You know what? You can actually get a pagoda to help with your culture spread. Okay, yeah. The production here is much better now. That every Riverside tile gets an extra production. Yeah, they can build things really fast now, actually. In fact, Statue of Liberty, I still have... You! Rush it. Okay, I didn't do a full rush on that just because it's a very expensive one. However, Statue of Liberty we're gonna have very soon, and there's no way someone's gonna beat us to it. Mah-Dry, you have gunpowder weapons yet? Yes, in fact, we have English redcoats in most of our cities. They're upgraded riflemen that only England gets. That's pretty much what's holding off a war right now, is people don't want to fuck with the redcoats. But other than that, we have a very weak military. We put very little funding into military, most of it into science. We're very close to getting physics, and that'll get us a free great scientist, which is going to very much help with our science, of course. In fact, I don't think we even have a science academy up here. Do we? No, we don't have a science academy. We might have one in the capital from a long time ago, but it greatly increases the science output and helps with culture a bit.
Every action, there is always a
and I always need to keep my culture competitive because China borders me on a lot of sides, and China is a very powerful cultural civilization. What's my favorite game of all time? Well, first of all, you spelled favorite wrong. Second of all, my favorite game of all time is Evil Genius for the computer. Haven't played it in forever, though. Really need to get back to that game. I could double my culture output here, but I don't think that's the city that really needs it the most. In fact, now that we can, we're gonna get some airships. They're not super powerful, but they're very good at both offense and defense. I'm going to need them, and they'll definitely deter attacks. You still have a stock exchange, but you still don't really need one there. We have uranium up there we can get. Actually, we should get that. Yeah, you can get a security bureau, because I'm worried about spies mostly because, I'll do that. I'm worried about spies because of... is that the best science-producing city? It's not? Hold on. Hold on. How did London produce more science? Whatever, I'm not complaining. That's a lot of extra science put in the Science Academy there. Jesus, I already forget what I was saying. Oh, right, we need to get that uranium. London will become unhealthy next turn. Okay, you can unautomate. You're going to be getting that uranium. Do we already have a mine there? Because if so, that's good. Having some unhappiness there. I'll get you some new buildings to help with that soon. Redcoats with muskets riding airships with buildings and statues of and the Statue of Liberty. They don't have muskets actually. They're using primitive carbines, is what the Redcoats would use, I believe. Well, some would use muskets, some would use carbines. I guess that would depend on the actual squad and their purpose. Okay, yeah, get a road out of that mine. I want to get the uranium connected to the whole trade route. Uranium can really get us a military edge if we need it. We can do the Manhattan Project and threaten the civilizations with nukes. And they're not going to fuck with us when we have nukes and they're inventing gunpowder. Okay, we have Statue of Liberty, which means we have a lot of free specialists that'll very much superpower the economy even more than it already is. And you can double your culture output because you're competing with China for culture, and that's not fucking easy. Observatory, you barely get science into that city, but every little bit helps. Airship is done there. You need a Coliseum to make the people a little bit happier. Mostly use Brown Bee's musket. There we go. People in London are happy again, although they're a bit unhealthy. Black Plague and all. And there's no building I can do that really helps them with healthiness right now, so I'm gonna get them a security bureau, because London's gonna be a big target for spies trying to get our technology. That's what I wanted to say before. I'm worried about spies trying to steal our technology. We have such a technological lead above everyone else. We're gonna be a hot spot for spies trying to learn what we know. So security bureaus, necessary. So we have the uranium now. That's very good. We have coal up there. Yeah, go get that coal connected. That'll help with our production. You want me to adopt a bureaucracy? No. You're gonna have to learn to respect our differences. You have incense, I have wine. You want to trade? We're both a bit happier for it. I did that trade not because I needed to. I did that trade because I don't want to be on his bad side. I don't want to gear up for a war right now. Okay, so let's really start helping. Now that we have that building to double the culture output, it's time to start getting a lot of temples in that city to help it even more. Also, just got another great engineer. We are really pumping out the great engineers. Fire stock. We need some more stock exchanges so I can get Wall Street. We need more universities. We don't have 6 cities, though, so we can't get some of those buildings. Okay, we'll hold on to that great engineer for when there's a wonder that we really want. Do we already have the right building for this? We do? Okay, so we already have that coal. I thought we had a fort up there. Okay. I'll put you back on building roads, then. Bees, Mah-Dry? Really? Read it again. Oh. Bess. Brown Bess. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm illiterate. Oh, who declared war? Hammurabi declared... Oh, seriously? It was weird they declared war on someone overseas. We make cannons now. It's more so for attack, but I can use it for deterrent. Taoist temple? Yeah, you need to keep on the temples for now. Railroads. This is when those workers are really gonna have to work hard. Replacing all the roads with railroads. Security bureau is done in London. Good. We can get machine gunners now. That's some modern military for you. They're like World War II trench gunners, basically. They can only defend, but they are crazy strong. Yeah, let's get some in London. Have fun sieging that shit. Oops, not a cannon. It's funny, we finally get the ability to make cannons. Don't need them anymore. Security Bureau, good. Machine guns, that'll deter a war. Okay, we just got through quickly in Hastings. That'll help with the culture and the happiness. Want to get machine guns everywhere as soon as possible. And we have airships, too. Our airships are basically zeppelins that can drop bombs, so we're pretty hard to siege right now for having such a small military. It's such a powerful and advanced military. Love it. Corporation for some money? Sure, corporation's a little bit out of date. We have combustion now, which is very good. Means we can make most of our oil. In fact, both of you, can stop automation and go get rid of that city, make it an oil well. We can get public transportation now. Yes, that'll help with unhealthiness, which is starting to become a real problem as we're becoming very industrial. Yep, we're gonna lose a lot of gold out of this, but that oil we'll get is so beyond worth it. Oh, did Ragnar... Oh, Hammurabi and Ragnar just declared war on me. Wow, that's abrupt. Good thing I'm getting these machine guns. They're gonna start trying to raid my land, though, and I'm not ready for this. I was just getting ready for it. Well, we need to rebase all of the, rebase all the airships, because they're gonna be attacking over here. Get them all in Nottingham to help defend. Who has Sims 3? I like that game. I got Sims 3. No expansions for it, though. Public transportation is done. Good. You're actually going to get a few more machine gunners since we're at war now. Actually, we need airships. You can build those faster anyways. What are they using? Okay, so they have kind of Renaissance-era cavalry. I'm just bombing them right now. I'm doing bombing runs on them. Oh, hey, China's backing us up. China declared war on the guys who declared war on us. Thanks, China. I didn't even need to ask. I wasn't gonna ask because I didn't think they were going to. So this is a continent-side war. It's 2-on-2. This is good. I'm happy I got China backing me. China's the strongest person on the continent, if you ask me. Public transportation up there. Yeah, you can rebase over here, in case we lose this city. And do I have anything to attack? I still have redcoats who can attack. And actually, they are using mounted units. My redcoats are good against that. My redcoats are so powerful they can still kick ass. Yep. Just killed a bunch of their attacking army. Wow. What continent am I? This is a randomly generated map, so there are no actual, like, named continents. There are just these 3 different continents that spawned this time. Are they retreating already? Wow. I am wrecking them! Yeah, get more drill promotions. In fact, hunt that down. Get rid of their trebuchet. I just killed their entire invading army, and this redcoat will stay back in the city for defense. In fact, you can rebase to the front line as well. Wow, they picked a bad time to declare war on us. I don't think they were where we had machine guns. They had a trebuchet, a medieval trebuchet, and they're like, I'll take them. Okay, those 3 can go into just docking right now. You can stay in there. Is that just a pikeman? Redcoat, can you reach him this turn? Yes. You can also kick his ass. There we go. Now we need to get that oil well back because they took 2 workers. So de-automate you. Also, we now have... Oh, we have Cao Cao! Great general! Look, it's Cao Cao, who's Chinese. Not English. I'm not complaining. Military production up. Now, who has the best production of these cities? London. Yep. Cao Cao, go build a military academy in London then. Cao Cao, as you people might remember him from Romance of the Three Kingdoms and from the Dynasty Warrior series. Can you have peace treaties in this game? Yes, you can. In fact, I'm at peace with most countries right now, except for the Viking Empire, who realistically would be modern-day Sweden and Denmark. And, because it's Ragnar, and he ruled over what is modern-day both of those places. And he's teamed up with Babylon, and the leader for them is Hammurabi, who, as you guys probably remember from history class, is the first person to make a written code of laws, at least one that we could find. He was an eye for an eye. It's not how you spell Cao Cao. It's C-A-O-C-A-O. That would be Zhao Zhao. Remember the screaming... do you remember what was the name of the screaming guy from Romance of the Three Kingdoms? I've actually got it written down on my computer for future reference. I don't remember off the top of my head, actually. Get National Epic up there, just because I've been putting that off for too long. I can bomb their cities from here if I want. And I want to. Okay, build a military academy in London, speed up military production. You're only 7th grade, you don't have history? Wow! I got some young viewers from my creepypastas. I'm assuming you came in from the creepypastas, because that's where the youngest viewers usually come from. Man. On one hand, you probably shouldn't be watching my show, because my show's rated like 18+. On the other hand, I watched worse stuff when I was in 7th grade. I'm sure you're mature enough to handle it. Yes, you did? Yep, that's where I'm getting the big subscriber boom from. Yeah, we can actually bomb their cities from here. What the hell? Why not attack them? Redcoats, all 3 of you. Let's go kick their ass. I've got this tiny military and I'm killing them. Look, they're fleeing! Everyone's stating their age now. For the record, people, I'm 20. What the hell? Let's make some more redcoats to put on the offensive. Get all you guys bombing that city. Now, who can you reach? Bomb that. Where are you? Up here? Defend the city. Fortify on that hill. That'll be hard for them to attack. Now, can my primitive longbowman kick the ass of that catapult? It can! My medieval longbowman beat a catapult. And then ran back to the city. Alright, we have oil now. That is going to be very good. We can fuel tanks with that stuff. And we lost another worker. We can make more. Workers are easy to get. Oh, we can get Broadway! Get Intelligence Agency up there, and get Broadway up in Hastings. Now, who can you bomb from here? Bomb those catapults.
What's the plan?
Ah, come on, come on. I got another one. There we go. Alright, you. Oh, we have iron now. Well, that's how we got the iron, is our culture spread in and took one of their mines. Sweet. Now, we could actually build some companies here, which is a good idea, but I want Broadway right now. So we're hurrying Broadway. That will give us crazy culture output from there. It'll also give us hit singles, which increases the happiness of my population, because it's got really popular music and that makes people happy. Yeah, I'll give military science to China. They're backing me in this war, so military science will give them, it'll give them Renaissance-era grenadiers. Yeah, I could upgrade some of my old units. However, don't feel like I really need to spend the money on that right now. You're messing that city up. I could probably take it right now. I'm getting close to being able to. China just took over one of the Babylonian cities. Not like they have many cities to start with.
Ready for action.
Got another red coat. Send over to the army. Some cannons would actually be a good idea. Just because I could use that to blow down walls. Because they do have cultural defenses. Need public transportation there. Becoming an issue. Yeah, I could take that city a lot easier right now if I could just knock down their defenses. They just bumped up an era. I will be able to knock down their defenses once I get some cannons over there. Let's have these cannons specialize in collateral damage. So you got machine gunner going? Yeah? Get 4 workers after. We're really running out of workers. A lot of them got taken. We're now in the modern era. We have refrigeration.
And I will tell you what you are.
Which is what leads us to superconductors. It also gives us the supermarket, which is healthiness and a lot of food. So, we're going to be getting supermarkets in all of our cities to help their population growth. It's very good building. Now, what's the requiring building for that? Grocer? Yeah. Yep, keep those cannons rolling in. Those old Renaissance era cannons. There we go, start knocking down their walls. Hammurabi just had a huge civic change there. Got a supermarket in London. And we got ourselves... Ooh, I want... Yeah! Radio. Great artist. Bulb with a radio. Get some free technology towards it. Yeah, I want him dead, but no one ready to run out there and kill him, so... I mean, yeah. My longbowmen wouldn't stand a chance on the offensive against that. And you guys can attack soon. I'll knock the wall down completely before I rush in and actually take the city. I do want all the dyes they have, though. And you can get on building that railroad. Hey! They're getting rid of my oil. Okay, their walls are completely down now. Oops. Deselected them, that was weird. Won all 4 fights there, that took out a lot of their units. Also, do I have any red coats? There's one. You can almost reach. Once we have more railroads, you'd be able to reach in 1 turn. Any other games planned after this? Yeah, probably. I want to stream quite a bit today, because, you know, the whole special going on with the creepypasta. For people who don't watch the creepypasta, I want them to have something to watch, so I want to do a lot of these game streams.
At your service.
Go. He can stop looting my land now.
What's the plan? Ready for action. What's the plan?
Okay, you have a promotion. I'd like to give you more drill, because drill promotions are amazing. Oops. And we have no healer
What
yet.
do you need?
Fuck. I hate that. There's one complaint I have about this game, and it's not even one that can be, like, patched and fixed because it's part of the game mechanics. It's really finicky about mouse clicks. It's not always just a misclick that makes me run like that. Sometimes you're still holding it down and it'll just move you. I don't know what it's about, and I don't think it's my mouse. I've had it happen on multiple mice before. Okay, courthouse. Move into the city, that's now mine.
At your service. Ready for action. Your order. At your service. What's the plan? What's the plan? All present and accounted for.
And you can all defend said city.
Waiting your order.
I can start rebasing these guys too, that's Alt-R. Start rebasing them to the new city so they can attack from farther.
Tell me what to do.
This is going quite well. In fact, I need to get that oil back. I forgot about that. Ugh, their horses run so fast on the roads. Hi, Death Angle. Have you heard of the two worst games of all time? Sonic 06 and Superman 64. I've played both. Get some ironworks in London. It's my production capital anyway. Also, I wouldn't say those are the worst games of all time. I've played worse. They're awful, but I've played worse. Wow, my air units can really start laying into them now.
People can have the Model T in any color, so long as it's black.
Start making factories in all of our cities. We can start getting some serious production done now. And we don't have sights, so we can't go bombing runs right now until we get some units over there. In fact, I'm gonna do a bombing run on that guy. I want him off my land.
Your orders. Yes? Waiting your orders.
had peace with China now. They're gonna focus on me entirely. That's not great. There's almost nothing protecting that city. I can go take that one. Oh, lost a worker to a catapult. Right, I want to end this stupid war already. What's the price of peace? You'll give me stuff? Barely anything. Sure. I already took land. I don't want to keep wasting all my stuff on military. There we go, war is over. I could take almost all their cities? Yeah, but I don't really have a point to it. There's nothing for me to gain out of it. I don't think I want coal plants right now, not in Hastings at least. Okay, we can get all you guys back on that. Also, need 3 more workers again, because a bunch more got taken. And you can be on wealth for now, actually. And we'll up the science rate to 100%. Not even taxing the population anymore, just putting all of our income into science. Yeah, I'll give you my archaic stuff. I don't need it anymore.
There is one rule for the industrialist, and that is, make the best quality of goods possible at the lowest cost possible, paying the highest wages possible.
Medicine! Apparently there are revolutions going on in the city that I took. We make tanks now. Could really, literally steamroll them with tanks. Don't feel like I need it, though. Did you just finish supermarket? Yeah. Jeez, what do you even need up here? Factory, I guess. Get production going.
Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be a vulgar brawl.
Rocketry's almost done. Once we get rocketry, we can do the Apollo project and start building our spaceship. I think we're gonna win this. Do we need a wonder right now? I don't think we do. Also, I think they might be preparing for a war against us. I think we're going to take... yeah, let's build Mining Incorporated. We have our own corporation now, and we've got free market still, which is what corporations thrive most on. So build a bunch of those executives. And you... get some Marines after. I'll tell them to go defend Hastings. Marines are now our most powerful infantry. Tanks are more powerful, but they don't have defensive bonuses because they count as mounted. Okay, we have a lot of railroads going up. That's exactly what we need. Are you serious? Ragnar just declared war on me again? Okay. Okay. If you really want war with me right now, it's not a good idea, but okay. Iron for wheat, sure. Not a smart man, gotta say. Okay, get spreading my corporation around.
Reporting for duty. All present and accounted for.
They've got a lot of military, but it's just not advanced enough to fight me. I don't know why they decided a war was a good idea right now. There's no way they could handle this. I'm even making Marines now. Like, hell, I can switch to tanks if I want. Why not? You... Tanks. Make a bunch of tanks. Oh, they took their city back. They lost a lot of military doing it. Whatever, I don't need that city. What can I even attack that's not already, like, almost dead? Yeah, get a military academy there. Speed up the military production more. And the culture. Alright, Marines can start going down to the battlefield then. Do not want them getting rid of my oil. I need that for my tanks. Start getting bonuses against gunpowder. Basically everything the enemies use is gunpowder now. Attacked my marine and managed to survive.
The Earth is the cradle of
Okay, we've got
mind,
rocketry now.
but one cannot eternally live
You can go
in
ahead and get
cradle.
the Apollo program up and running. Protect the oil. I don't even have many targets. Just keep spreading the corporation. Yeah, today's something of an early stream compared to usual. Wow, they're actually trying to attack the city too. They're getting pretty militant. Alright, we have tanks now. Do not like them raiding my stuff like this. I think we're starting to spread our corporation into foreign countries, which is good for me. Increases my influence.
Reporting for duty.
Not much for me to do there. China, don't you want my corporation? We've got open borders. Do you already have it? No, you don't have my corporation. They might not have even researched the corporations yet. I've got it in all my cities. All of my cities have the corporation. Of course, my enemy cities do not, so I guess I'm just building up executives for when I can send it to them. Stock exchange done. And well, food is an issue for them. However, more important right now that we get some more Marines out. We can finally get proper artillery, which is nice. Max out those executives for now.
Ready for action.
Ah, they keep getting rid of our oil. Yeah, I can't continue making tanks until I get that oil back.
Then one fine morning, she puts on a New York station. You know, her life was saved by rock and roll.
He's likely gonna die, although all the enemies around have very low strength. I'm sure they'll rush him. Yep, they lost a few units in the process, though. Make the Eiffel Tower free broadcast tower in every city is very nice. And of course I want a lot of culture in this city right here because China's border. Get an industrial park up there. Finally, more Marines. Really need to produce them faster. Yeah, we don't have many viewers right now, mostly because it's mostly working hours and school hours for most of the United States, and the United States is where I get about 70% of my views from. Come on. Join as a military instructor. There we go. Almost have the Apollo program. We can get back to really pumping up military from London. Getting rid of our gold. Now, is there anything we really need to rush with money? Well, I can't really... Wonders are too expensive to rush.
The only thing worse than being talked about is not
Hey,
being
end game.
talked
Ah, industrial park is done. Good. Your production's probably not as abysmal now. Don't really need much with you. Security Bureau. It's always good to have more espionage. Really want that gold back. And we have a Marine that's healed enough to take care of that. Unless he does a really bad roll like that. We can make United Nations. Although I know I'm not going to get a diplomatic victory for sure. Alright, it's time to get some Marines out. They take almost no time at this point, so start pumping out Marines, and I'm going to just steamroll Babylon and Vikings. I already said hi to you. I said hi to Endgame. I assume that's how you pronounce that name. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Then again, I do often have a case of the dumb and can't in fact brain. Get a factory there. I want better production. I don't think you would literally blow up, because I don't think words can do that. Although if you literally blew up, I think I may be a murderer. Although it would be manslaughter because it wasn't in any way intentional. So I'd be charged for manslaughter, so please don't blow up. Because I don't want to go to jail. I'm not switching to hereditary rule, Pakal. This isn't the medieval era. I don't want hereditary rule. Someone else built UN, okay. Who do I want to vote for? I want to abstain. I don't want anyone to win. Alright, well, they're off my land so that my Marines can start moving towards the Vikings' land. I want to start taking their cities. And we got another great engineer. I don't want to rush this wonder, but the next one, I could rush Hollywood. I could rush the Pentagon. That's what I'm going to rush, right when the Eiffel Tower is done. Didn't you know Eiffel Tower, made in the same city as Statue of Liberty? Totally real. Okay, get moving. We can get our troops to the front line pretty fast now. Okay, good. We have a healing marine now, which we very much need. Keep the army moving fast that way, keep them patched up so they can keep on the attack. Leading candidate is China, so they're currently the leader of the United Nations. However, they did not get a high enough vote to actually get a diplomatic victory, which is good because I like China. Don't want them to win the game. Believe it or not, I want to win the game. I'm sure it won't surprise all that much. I am from Canada. I can make guided missiles now. Oh man, I love rocketry. You know what? Yeah, that's what I can use this city for. I'm gonna pump out guided missiles. Bunch of them. Just queue up a bunch of guided missiles, start sending them to the other city, start launching them. It's gonna be great. You're gonna have all drill promotions. Really could use more railroads, though. I want to get to the city faster. Not ready to attack that place quite yet. Although, that artillery I made earlier can get up there. Water's delicious. Industrial park? Well, it would help quite a bit. Although, you know what? No, healthiness is too much of an issue right now. So, yeah. Actually, no, not cavalry. I need artillery. Need a few of them, in fact, for sieging cities. And you, airstrike, air bomb. I need you to rebase here. And got their building right there. Yeah, my great engineer in here can get that Pentagon up faster. It counts as like an extra free barracks in every city. So I want that, especially because we're, you know, producing military again. Oops. Now, do guided missiles only attack air? No, because they can also destroy tile improvements, can't they? Yes, airstrike mode, yeah. I'll hold on to that for now. Finally, the railroads are getting finished. In fact, I don't need you on guided missiles. I need you on just wealth. Although I will rebase this. Okay, no. Okay, well, I'm making more money now. I can use it for rushing. Also, we have superconductors, so we can get the last science building, which we need.
What is happiness? The feeling that power is growing and that resistance is overcome.
Okay, it's time we start rushing things again. You're almost done that artillery, and afterwards you can start queuing up. Yes, you can queue up a laboratory. What do you want? Global free religion? I'm going to say no. I am of free religion. I will stay free religion. However, I don't want other people to be free religion because it helps science. And I want to make sure I've always got my scientific edge. Okay, their walls are down. Which means... Marines? Take the city. My city now. And just go on wealth. I don't really even need it for anything. I just want to deny them having it. Factory done. Laboratory, yes. I want a laboratory everywhere I can get one. Succeeded, okay, so everyone in the world now has free religion. Well, that increases their science, which I'm not overly happy about. Although, it will mean that people hate each other a lot less. Now that there's no longer state religion. Rush that laboratory. And you'll have that one done in a turn anyway. Okay, so we just got 2 laboratories that turn. It helps a lot with science. Also, it'll help with making spaceship parts, which we want. Like the thrusters. Pentagon is done. Get a library. These Zeppelins are a little bit out of date. But you can rebase closer to where the war is.
Waiting your orders.
Now, take all of you. And all of you. Why does it not want me to have... Okay, whatever. I'm gonna leave you behind. Continue the warpath. Get a supermarket in York. I thought I already had one there. Need them to keep marching so they can get vision over there. I'll have them march up the hill so they can defend themselves better on the field. Industrialism for fascism? I don't really need fascism. Okay, we've got vision now. I think they're regretting this war with me. I think they pretty much just ran into a financial barrier. Is that Rome? Man, look at Rome's power. My god. We're the white line here. England? Is that China that's at the bottom? No, that's Babylon. Yeah, Babylon is got almost no military left, either, and probably just some defending units. We lost a warrior, or a worker, rather. Oh no. What's that, just a cavalry? We can take care of that. We have some marines in town here. And any more enemy units run in here? No? Good. Okay. Now, you two can also get moving. And you need at least one guy covering you, but no. You know what? I want to keep at least 2 marines covering that city, or else they'll just take it back via swarming. And we just got satellites, which means we can now see the entire map. We've got the whole map revealed, although we pretty much had the whole map revealed regardless.
Beep. Beep. Beep.
Thank you for that quote, Leonard Nimoy. Okay, medicine. No one can build nuclear weapons. I'll vote yes for that, because I don't need nuclear weapons. I don't want them used against me.
Reporting for duty.
They have machine guns now, so they actually have decent defense. I'm gonna sacrifice you to do some damage to the stack. Wow, you actually survived that? Okay.
What do you need?
Do some bombing runs on it.
Ready for action.
Well, we took out almost everyone defending the city. Success! Okay, no one can build nuclear weapons. Good.
Ready for action. What do you need? Tell me what to do.
Yeah, they still have a few units left there, and my guys need to heal. It's starting to get iffy on some of these. Yeah. We basically stopped our military production so we can keep working on spaceship parts. It's worth it, though. Happy the chat's getting a lot more active. Who's left? A few guys? Let's play it safe. Put you in there to soften them up some more.
The plan. All present and accounted for. Reporting for duty.
Yeah, we took another city. And once again, just you can focus on wealth. Alright, add a thruster to the spaceship. First part of the spaceship is complete. My capital can work on a docking bay. And all of you can group together, get in the city while you recover. You are my medic. No, you don't have you haven't leveled up yet. We'll get another guy with medic. Guys, the rules are in the description.
As to diseases, make a habit of two things: to help, or at least to do no harm.
Okay, we can switch to environmentalism if we want, but it will cost more for our corporation. The healthiness, though, will be more than worth it, so I'm going to switch. What do we need right now? What do we need? We need robotics for the space elevator, although I don't think we need the space elevator. Cockpit needs fire optics, so we'll go towards that. They want a peace treaty? Fuck off. Open market, trade routes with all foreign cities. Yes. If you want peace with me, you have to give me something good. What'll bury the hatchet for you? It's like nothing. Give me a city. You're war with China again? Good. Success! More trade routes, which means more science for me. We can use this great artist to get fascism. I think I'd rather take the Golden Age. Haven't had one of those in a long time, and that really boosts our economy. You guys are pretty well healed up, aren't you? Yeah. Gonna have to leave one guy behind. Leave you behind. Let's get all of you. Bomb that city.
What's the plan? Tell me what to do.
Take care of them, raiding our stuff. Laboratory done. Good. Get on a thruster. Can't believe they didn't just ride around and take that over. Okay. Well, I'm by no means complaining about it. They're finally starting to get the same kind of military strength I have, with how modern their units are.
Reporting for duty.
Wow, they're really hitting that army hard. Not much defending this city, though.
Ready for action.
No, I just want to control you.
What do you need? Waiting your orders. Waiting your orders.
And we've almost got that city. Hey, Red Dragon. No, I don't want to declare war with Maya. I don't care about them. Yeah, I got a new cavalry in there.
Yes?
The units are too hurt to kill it very reliably. Now they might be able to, and still not reliably. Now...
Tell me what
I just want to take the city and then end the war. Yes! That artillery is a problem now. Yeah, we are getting some new people. Got another thruster. Coal plant up there would be nice, but your healthiness is already a problem. Well, it's not as big of a problem anymore, I will give you that. Global Civic Free Religion, pass? It's already been passed. Bad rolls, come on. Yeah, they're hell-bent on keeping that city. Okay. I don't need this war then. Give me a bunch of gold? Sure. I can make that gold in one turn if I just turned off science for a turn. I don't care if they get their cities back through culture. I don't really need these two cities, I just use them for wealth.
I just want to say one word to you. Just one word. Plastics.
Oh, good. Another thruster finished for the spaceship. I've got almost every thruster on the spaceship now. You don't need every single part. There are a few necessary ones, and there are some you don't need. But you do need some thrusters, I believe. They increase the chance of it working, and the speed at which it does work. Okay, it's time to start really getting some production stuff going, industrial parks and whatnot. About to get a great person in London. Yep, start another company. More corporations, always good. Especially if they're under our control. After you've got that docking bay, I want you to start spreading that corporation. 3 George's Dam is nice. Do you have any more great, No. Okay. Hydro plant is good. It would get rid of unhealthiness there. But you need culture right now because China's right there. Get that broadcast tower. And we have a lot of money. We can start really rushing with this production. Let's do it. We have a docking bay now. We only need one of those. We have an industrial park. Good. Get a broadcast tower in every city. Can't rush that, don't have the money to. Alright, it's an unrushable thing, rather. Yeah, rush the broadcast tower. Sure, have assembly line. It's so primitive by this point. And, yeah, get a coal plant just because you really need to get your factory up and running. Broadcast tower's done up there. Good. Get on making another thruster. I only need one more. I'm gonna vote for Caesar just because I'm worried China might actually get enough votes. Okay, spread my corporation around.